But the percentages won't be that high on your municipal levy. We're just talking here about the debt service portion of the municipal.
No.
With all
Right,
that
but it's a hard number, so who cares
It's
whether
gonna
it's
be
debt service or
yeah,
whether
it
it's...
won't be 7%, it will be less than a percent increase in the total municipal portion of the levy.
If you gotta come up with $300,000,
Right, but it is a hard dollar number that would be added to the levy for that year.
Which
Or
would
you
be-
make a cut. Okay.
yeah, or make a cut,
Or make a
right? But I'm
cut.
just trying to
Just
do
keep
it
saying
on
how
levy
much levy.
increase.
There's two
Yeah.
choices.
But $300,000 is
I
1% of levy approximately, on a $10 million.
Now, again, if I could just add to that thought, you know, in 2020, when I come to you with a long-range plan going to 2030,
Right.
and we see that that number is creeping up on us, it's still going to be 300,000, we haven't got any more debt premiums, we've added projects to our long-range plan. I mean, at that point, the board can choose to change their planning processes.
And
Yes,
Yeah,
but
and
President
adjust.
Johnson, I just
Right.
feel that was my first point, and I think you're getting to it. It was, we can push it off. I believe it will continue to grow. I know nobody else, can see that, but,
No, that's not, we haven't gotten the chance
Okay.
to, whether to agree with you or not.
okay. So I believe that it will continue to grow, because we'll have actually some other projects in here that will need to be done. And so by stabilizing the debt in this fashion, which I'm not opposed to, I'm just saying it is a little bit of a false sense of security, because you're not making gradual changes in your spending, or you feel like you can cover everything, but when you get to the end of your general reserves, you're gonna have a hard choice to make. And
But you can make that choice as we're going on, we can look at this
and-
every
and-
year.
and I
on
just,
it.
yes, and I would hope that you do keep that in
That's what
mind.
you said.
Yes.
Again, I think you got a couple numbers here that may go the other way. You know, if the state does Lake Drive, we shouldn't have that much municipal cost, so that number might get better. And we put in a pretty big placeholder on the Oakland. Again, remember, we're only working on the driving surface. We are not doing a reconstruction of the entire roadway. And that's a lot
Oh,
And
yeah,
the
Paul.
yeah, the sewer number, I mean, according to the
Yes.
stuff,
Yeah.
he's, I mean, I know he said 5 million gets us to 2.5 inches protection, and then we can spend another 15 to get to 3, or we can spend another 5 to get to 2.75. But I mean, I think 15 million may be more than we need there too.
So I guess what I'm wondering is what do we need to do with all these very good points that are being made to either take action tonight or not take action tonight? So that's what I'm wondering, what is the goal?
What I'm looking for as a staff member is, what numbers do you want me to do the full long-range plan?
Well,
And I don't particularly have a preference. It'd be nice if there was some general consensus as the board has a strategy for a long-range plan that the staff could plan on, we could forecast on and project on. And if that means, doing some research and coming up with some placeholder for Oakland Avenue, if that's something the board's identified as a upcoming need and the served community, we can add that. If it means tweaking any of the numbers on the original schedule, either up or down, and again, I apologize, but based on the information we have, in general, conceptual framework, we can do that. If it means deferring projects at the liberty of this schedule, we can sstructure all that in.
You're speaking as a spreadsheet guy when you do that.
I am.
Right,
So,
just change the
I don't-
number.
But that's where the priority discussion comes from, which is why
That's-
I'm here this evening.
But, well, Paul, you had your hand up.
Yeah, actually, it's a couple of detailed questions about the first couple of pages, and now they're coming to me thinking about this longer range plan and kind of thinking about, I think, what we're trying to accomplish tonight. The ones, I think they're actually better for Leanne. You had said with regarding the road program, after we get out, at what point, you said after we get out past 2022, it's really not plannable due to the sewer construction unknowns?
It's not plannable today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. But just contemplating the magnitude of the sewer reconstruction, are these reasonable numbers to carry through on roads in those future years? You know, I know we can't plan this road versus that road, but, you know, we know there's about 26 blocks that's gonna get torn out, because we have 26 blocks worth of, because
Yeah.
these are big numbers that swing things a big way. I'm trying to get to the sensitivity of these numbers.
The guiding principle that we have used, and when I say we, I mean Public Works, Engineering, Finance, is that the cost for the actual road surface is charged to the entity, if you will, that's driving that reconstruction.
Okay.
So in the past, if it is a sewer project, the sewer utility has borne the cost for the restoration of the road. Water, same thing. If it is just a reconstruction, because it's necessary due to pavement conditions and there's no underlying driving utility factors, then the general fund bears that cost. So if the sewer is driving it, past practice would say that the sewer utility pays for the reconstruction of the portion of the road that is directly over the pipe. In 2012 and 2014, we merged that into a road program so that if, let's say, the 4400 block of Murray was reconstructed because we had a pipe relay, but the 4300 didn't have any sewer work, then the 4300 block was charged to general fund, the 44 was charged to sewer utility.
Yeah. Do we know the estimates that we're running for storm sewer work? Estimate is in the right, the order of magnitude cost that we're estimating for southeast, for south storm sewers. Does that include reconstruction of the roads that will be impacted? I know there's such fluffy numbers, but just.
I'm not, that's a little bit of a different animal.
Yeah.
Because technically that's combined sewer.
Yeah.
And in the past, the sewer utility has funded all portions of projects related to combined sewer, whether it's a storm component or not. That is past practice. That doesn't mean.
Let me ask my question another way. The $15 million placeholder that we have in here, 15, does that include road replacement?
I would have to look.
Okay.
Those numbers came from the engineer.
Okay.
Before I said out loud in the meeting, I want to take a look at that. I believe so.
In Capital Drive is a big nut. That's going to swing a lot of these numbers a long way. But one of the things you said. Excuse me. One of the things you said earlier, when asked when does it need to be replaced, you said it depends on a lot of things. One of them is how much we want to devote to extending its life. And I'm not asking for the answer now, but I think both in terms of the long-term, long-range plan and our annual budget, I think we want to, I'm not even sure what kind of numbers I'm looking for, but I think we need to think about that. Because we need data to say, do we want to spend $50,000 a year to extend it 3 years, or should we just not? And that plays into this, because that's when we'd have more, more bonding and all those sorts of things.
Well, that kind of brings us to what we should probably talk about Lake Drive, because it's kind of the same thing. You're recommending, from what I understand, moving it up because you then get more life, you get more for your money, you're putting it down for a longer period of time. I have severe reservations about putting these in the same year of 2018.
Why do you have those fears?
According to Larry's email today, it's gonna take a couple of, did you say weeks to resurface?
Well, we originally had the Lake Drive resurfacing in 19, and they moved it back to 18 because it's in really bad shape. And we wanted to get it done as quickly as possible and allow the motorists and the residents over there to enjoy it. And having the new road available and the improvement to their neighborhood. We're looking at doing them both next year. I didn't see massive, interference between the two routes because of the distance they are apart. They're a mile apart. They're not adjacent to each other. They're not impacting the same neighborhood. And the project on Lake is an overlay only. So it's going to be a matter of weeks, maybe a month. You'll have a couple bad days when the
2 months.
millers are there.
2
And you'll
weeks.
have
2
two
weeks.
amazing days.
2 months.
No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh, good,
Two
good.
weeks, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be, I'll say a month, Libby, because if it rains a few days or the contractor's 2 days late mobilizing, but it's still a very short duration project. Obviously, it would be nice if we can schedule that and get it done before we get too far into Wilson, even though I don't think you're going to see much interference having the two projects running concurrently. And it's too early to commit to that. They're going to try to get all of the resurfacings done, for next year, get them all bid together next winter. And if we can do that and get the award fairly early, we should be able to schedule Lake and do it first before they get really into Wilson Drive.
So my reservation was, Monday night when we were voting on Wilson Drive reconstruction, Tyler mentioned it as a concern. And he's been here for a while. I think, he can gauge, at least he brought it up. And he said to us, you wouldn't want to do them in the same year. And that's why we were talking on Monday night, we were told it was still in the long-range plan for 2019. I don't know if that was true or not.
No, I think it had already been moved, and it just didn't occur to me. I was focusing on the discussion about the project at hand, but it had been moved back into 18 again to maximize the value of getting it done and the impact on the village of upgrading that fairly high profile for the park.
We could move Wilson to 19. I'm just saying that's an option.
You don't need to if you want.
I'm just thinking for 2018, if we're going to be doing a major road reconstruction in the middle of town, south of Lake Bluff, and we're closing off Lake even for 2 weeks, it's going to be huge. And a lot of people, I will if I'm going south. I sometimes drive over to Lake. It depends where I'm going, downtown Milwaukee, or I don't know, Larry, being living here, I think those two roads are somewhat complementary to each other. I just think we're going to have a heck of a lot of objections and irritation from the public if we are doing a road project on the east, the west, and the middle of town all at the same time. I just think it's
I think we should be doing them all at the same time.
How does it relate to our decision making tonight?
Because we're voting, we're
Well-
talking about this, and then he
She's
builds
talking
his
about
budget
is
based on a
moving
year.
Wilson back and doing Lake next year. And, the board went over this at some length just 2 nights ago. It was pretty emphatic when we made a decision,
But
to build Wilson in 2018.
Yes, but that was based on the information that Lake Drive was in 2019. Paul, was it not?
A 2 or 3 week inconvenience for an overlay is not the same as a full season reconstruction. These two projects are not of the same magnitude. Lake is going to have to be kept open during construction. It'll be built under, under traffic. There will be a couple of bad days when they're milling, and there'll be a couple of bad days when they're actually paving. In between, they'll be doing other prep work, repairing inlets, stuff like that, and intermittent base repairs. It'll be inconvenient, but it certainly will
I'm just
not have
saying
the
my
road shut down.
objection to that. I think it's a bad idea. I don't think there's any
Well,
rush.
you got,
But I'm
whenever
going
you
to
do
be
it,
upvoted. I'm
it's
just
the same
stating my
impact.
objective for the record.
Okay, whenever you do it, it's the same impact. And I know the residents constantly complain about the poor quality of infrastructure, and then they complain when you fix it, that's
You
part of
know,
life.
it's just.
And the sooner you get it done, the sooner they get the value add for it,
What do
the
we,
sooner they're happy.
excuse me, what questions do we need to decide tonight to not only finish this meeting, but to give staff the direction they need to get us to the next step?
I'm trying, because I wanted to propose we move it. So I don't know if that, we need to vote on that.
Right, so that's what I need to hear,
Okay,
is
that's what I'm asking.
a proposal.
Well, I think if any projects you want to move or remove, it would be nice to get an idea, so when staff finishes
Yeah.
this plan, that we have a pretty good idea of what projects you want in.
Do we make a motion, like, I guess, you know, trustee McKeag's right, what's the right procedure for this?
Not agenda.
I mean, but,
Well, we're doing this for consideration on the stabilization fund, but
It'll work,
Yes.
it'll
we
work.
can give,
Yeah, we could give
direction.
direction.
Give us, you know,
Can I ask a question? I had a question about the police station, because last year